Okay. Okay, we are good, I think. I hope my CPU hasn't been cooked, but if it has, hey, at least I've got a protection plan on it. Are we back? I don't know. I can't see what you're seeing. Alright, let's go back to this. It's weird, it's never done that before, and I don't understand it. Perhaps I just need to honestly let my computer take a nap every once in a while. Alrighty, so you have been cut. Let us save for later the chicken that I will have later. Alright. No idea what I'm going to do with the leftover chicken, but I'll figure that out next time I want chicken. I just saw I had a bag of fried rice in my fridge. I guess I'm going to have fried rice and chicken. Alrighty. What am I going to do with you, Mr. Chicken? Well, let's see. Iron pepper. Let's get some salt. And pepper. More salt. More pepper. Okay, let's see. Thyme, garlic powder, onion powder. You know what? No. No, we're doing Van Zandt chicken. For those of you who don't know, I found a Van Zandt spice mix. It's literally called Van Zandt's. Salt, pepper, other spices, MSG for flavor enhancement, paprika, sugar, garlic, soy and corn proteins, wheat flour, soy flour, onion powder, garlic juice, natural smoke flavor, natural flavor, and what's it? Sand. Alrighty. We have our Van Zant chicken. Ready to cook. Also, I have to say, thank you for the kind viewers that sent me this amazing wok. I haven't used it yet. And I was thinking about using it for the sprouts. And I think I will. Here we are. I think so. I'll read up on it. I won't use it then. I really have no idea what I'm doing with this chicken. I'm just fucking around and finding out. Is the water boiling yet? Yeah. Okay. I have no idea why I like sprouts so much, but I'm just doing a quick little 5-minute boil. And then we'll do something with them. Yeah. Hey, Mo. Thank you for the walk. Hey! Shite. That's not nice. Hey ducks, what's cooking? Well, I've got sprouts that I'm going to do something with. I've got chicken seasoned with Van Zant spice mix. Granite Elephant, thank you for the walk. Have to admit, that actually sounds pretty good. Soup Medics. The best Brussels sprouts I've ever had were cooked in a toaster. Yes, I did. And I don't know if you should be ashamed of yourself or ecstatic. Either way, I think you need to tell Shiloh. Everybody, quack at your mayor. Now the boiling, I think, just softens them up a little bit. And we're going to have some fun. You can quack back and highlight. Come on, buddy. Boil faster. I'm hungry. Well, while we're waiting for that, part 3 is going to be the ever faithful, ever hidden rice maker. Camel, hello, welcome. Welcome to the WBPL. This is my cooking show. I am Dr. Who's the Chef of the Black Pants Legion. And, well, I am just one chucklehead on this channel. We have people that paint, we have people that draw, we have people that play video games. I'm one of them. And we also have people who cook. Currently, I am the only one. Because the most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. Alrighty. Washed. And put into Instant Pot, locked, rice is pressed. Still waiting for these to rip up. Perhaps I put them in a bit too early. Or perhaps this is just like a shitty countertop stove thing. I like cooking things from different countries. Yeah, Russians got some really interesting stuff. The Slavic states have got some really interesting stuff. Medics here actually has a industrial borscht recipe from Ukraine that he wants me to make. Hey, Blue 7. Very specifically Ukrainian borscht. I'd get stabbed if I made Russian borscht, especially given where you are and who you are feeding. Something like that. boiling again. Yay! Some big Cossack would beat me to death. Getting missiled, getting shot, getting everything is pretty bad. Any more close calls, medics? Jesus Christ! That's some scary ass bullshit right there. Okay. These. Woof. That's some special shit right there. Alright. Let's drain these sprouts. Rinse them off with some cold water. That's hot. And what I'm going to do is I am going to put that right there. I'll just say, medics, thank you for doing what you do. And that's all the political shit that I'm going to say about it. This is a cooking stream, not a comment on world politics stream. And even if it was, we here at the BPL use this as an escape from reality. Although we occasionally indulge in speculation about current world situations, I myself and a bunch of others use this as a break from said shenanigans. So, we're here to cook. Medics, if I can ever get over to Europe, and if you can ever get over, and or if you can ever get over here, I would love to cook with you. And I don't say that about a lot of people. Assuming everything settles down and people stop having temper tantrums. Putting it mildly. have to chop your Brussels sprouts. I just do. Why? It's because what I do. It's the first thing I did with them, and I've just kept the habit. There's some recipes I've seen for like smashed sprouts, which look really interesting, that I'd like to try sometime. Let me get some water. Oh shit, that's awesome. Alright. What am I going to do with these? Salt generously. Oh, let me get a little bit of cooking oil. Just for binder. Yeah, more salt. Salt is flavor. Yeah, like my dad was U.S. Air Force, and it's like the amount of challenge coins and patches that he has that have like Darth Vader or other characters on it. Like, what are you gonna do? Sue the military? Where is it? Oh, my grandpa's getting a pacemaker put in. Thoughts and prayers, please, and thank you. Where is it? Okay, Hitch. Hiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Those in Camel. In response to that, one of my favorite quotes from Douglas Adams. The major problem, one of the major problems, for there are several, one of the many major problems with governing people is that of whom you get to do it. Or rather, who manages to get people to let them do it to them. To summarize, it is a well-known fact that those people who most want to rule are, ipso facto, those least suited to do it. To summarize the summary, anyone who is capable of getting themselves made president should on no account be allowed to do the job. That applies to several governments that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Douglas Adams. Let's use the rest of this garlic powder. Let's get this ripping hot. Yeah, blanch them. I think that's what the term is. Salt, pepper, garlic, onion. Maybe a little. This is just because I'm me. A little chili, a little cayenne, and some crushed red pepper. Why? Because these are my sprouts. It's from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in reference to Zaphod Beeblebrox, who got elected president of the government and did such a stupendous job fucking around that he distracted everybody that he wasn't actually in charge. You know what? Just for you, medics. Paprika. Probably not anything good. Oh shit, that's a lot. I didn't realize. Fuck me. Well, I guess we're having red sprouts. I am not a political representative. I just have mildly strong opinions on people wanting to be in government. Okay, not gonna lie, those actually look really good. You know, I'm actually going to do something with these. Something else. Just because there's a lot of them. I set my oven to 375. I'm just going to roast them. Reminds me of my political science or foreign policy studies program. is that if it reminds me of, okay. Yeah. All right, we're done talking about politics, guys. All right. So I've got this and some chicken. What am I going to do? I don't know. I figure I'm just going to pan fry it. Just see how that goes. All right, Van Zandt chicken, part 1. The grill here, the pan, is simulating the flaming hull of a Hetzer. So should your Hetzer break down, break out your emergency chicken, your emergency butter, and your emergency Van Zandt seasoning pack. Find a flat area of the armor, or, failing that, fire a couple AC-20s through the barrel, get it nice and hot, and get it going. Yes, each Van Zandt Hetzer is equipped with a mini emergency refrigerator so that you can make chicken on the charred remains of your vehicle while you wait for emergency search and rescue to possibly find you. Wow, this cooked a little too fast. You know what? Break out the emergency drinking Worcestershire sauce. You know, the stuff that's in your Hetzer for the Bloody Marys. Steamed Worcestershire sauce is a war crime on 17 planets. Van Zandt is not one of them. Camel. Carefully. Roast those for about 15-20 minutes. Splash of water, steam it down. Knife goes with the Lewis machine gun. Bam, 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 bam. Nice and steady. Use a Lewis machine gun because it's modern university. The mech golf set, I believe it is now canon for Van Zandt. Flare gun, a pocket hibachi, mesquite smoking wood, and a 4-pound cryo pack of chicken breast. Yes, 1 4-pound breast. Have you seen the chickens they hunt on Hunter's Paradise? Did you ever do chemistry? Or you see people mixing dangerous chemicals in what basically looks like a stove range with with like a glass enclosure on it. It's basically a giant box that you can put your hands in, mess around with, and it sucks up all of the bad fumes. I'd assume that I'd assume that what Mad Ducks is talking about is that, but for food. Yes, I was. That's how this parasocial relationship works. Okay, Camel. Look at your oven. Is there something like a giant fan on it that if you turn it on when you're boiling water or something, that it sucks all of the vapor up? That's the range, right? A fume hood or an Ansel hood is essentially the same thing, except for in a fume hood in chemistry, that's for smoking up the bad vapors that's going to give you the turbo cancer. I'd assume the Ansel hood is the same thing, but for food stink. This is a giant fan that blows air away from you. Okay. Okay, that actually looks really good. Not gonna lie. Like, that's got a real nice caramel color to it. And now we wait for Brussels sprouts and rice. You know, perhaps I shouldn't have started the chicken so early, you know, or prepared other side dishes. But that would go against lazy day chicken and sprouts. As weird as it looked doing so, I put my cutting board on the range, turn on the hood when cutting onion. That, you know what, I might do that next time I'm not cooking for all you chuckleheads. I walked around the corner one time and one of my cooks had a Cambro bucket over his head trying to protect him from the spicy air. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Beep. Let me take a look at this. I will say, when this drops, that's when those are done. Now I want to make homemade hazmat helmets for Halloween. Got new audio software and made a tune that is genuinely not cursed. I don't know. Alright, send it to me. Duck, send it to me. Yeah. I'll play it on stream. Alright, turning down microphone. Alrighty. That was brilliant. Rice is done. Are the sprouts done? I have a method for checking. Well, I need like 5 more minutes. Let us... Hold on, what is this? Let us not forget that Mr. Ducks also made such things such as this. Stopping that early. You get the point. The man who made shit with farts and quacks made something objectively not terrible, and, by most opinions, reasonably good. Fucking around is finding out, guys. That's the theme of the WBPL, isn't it? Fucking around is finding out. Speaking of, it was supposed to be, this had come up, this had come into my mind a while ago. Tech Support Corner with Dr. Who's the Chef. My computer is a bunch of hot garbage that I put together several years ago, and I recently decided to start upgrading it. Pretty much the only thing I now need to upgrade is the motherboard, and that's just going to be an entire, basically, rebuild of the computer, and I don't have the time, energy, nor money to do that right now, so I've just been upgrading pieces and parts. The most recent piece and part that I did was I tried to install an SSD into my second excuse me, M2 slot, and trying to figure out, hey, why the fuck isn't this SSD working? Like I got it plugged in, everything's mounted correctly, why isn't it showing up in BIOS, why isn't it showing up in on my computer, on either Linux or Windows, blah blah blah, what's going on? After some furious Google foo, figured out, oh hey, the second slot doesn't really recognize PCIe inputs on this ASRock motherboard. So what the fuck do I gotta do? I got the most recent BIOS, the most recent stable long-term BIOS update for it. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Go onto this forum, there's like, oh yeah, download the beta branch. Okay, wait, what? So I download the beta branch, and an option shows up, force NVMe to recognize PCIe, or whatever it is. So I do that, plug the SSD in, mount it up. Oh, hey, everything's good. It's recognized. Where the fuck's my D drive? Where the fuck's my 2 terabyte storage that has literally all of my bulk storage? Google, Google, Google. Oh! The second NVMe slot disables SATA 3 and 4. Fuck. That's what my D drive's put into. So I put it into another SATA port. Luckily there was another one. SATA... Shut up. Thank you. SATA 1-3 or whatever. And yay, my computer works. Still having those lag issues on God of War Ragnarok, but I'll figure it out. No fucking idea. Alright, let's take a look at the sprouts. Ah! Steamy. Face full of brout steam. Ooh. 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 Yes. Take a look at that. Those actually look pretty good. Alright, let's get some rowdies. And some rice. Alrighty, here we go. It's lunchtime, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm hungry. Let's take a look at this. So, on this lazy day fuck around and find out cooking stream, we cooked Van Zandt chicken, Brussels sprouts, and plain white rice. Woo. Literally Van Zandt chicken. It's Van Zandt spice mix. Comes in every Hetzer. So let's see how this chicken turned out. That's nice and cooked all the way through. That is some good chicken. It makes me think that I probably also should have put some Worcestershire sauce on the Brussels sprouts. But, oh yeah, that's some good chicken right there. Alright, let's see these sprouts. So, very fork tender. Not a lot of pressure needed for that. Ooh, that's very good. Yes, the blanching definitely helped. Shit! Luckily that's just water. I don't have a drinking problem. And hey, the floor's going to be clean. Excuse me. There we go. No harm. And now the floor is cleaner. Get out of here, dust bunny. Let me I'm actually going to put the sprouts back in for a little bit longer on my own time. Timer. There we go. But yes, blanching definitely helped soften them up. Open them up for more spices. Perhaps I should have put some knobs of butter on the roasting pan as well. Cinder, if I may tell you a story about me and Brussels sprouts. I have never had Brussels sprouts. All my 32 years of life, I have never had a Brussels sprout before. Mr. Ducks, mayor that he is, earlier this year decided to experiment with cooking pork chops in a toaster. I too decided it would be a bad idea to emulate him. And so I too made pork chops in a toaster and can independently, scientifically verify that it's not the worst idea. And I also independently, scientifically hate the fact that it's also the best pork chop that I've ever cooked. Mr. Ducks went on to create more things in his pork toaster. Beef kebabs, shrimp, mahi-mahi. All turned out various degrees of, that's pretty okay. That's why we do it outside with a fire extinguisher. I decided for the subathon to do several crazy things with the toaster. I made onions, which turned out pretty okay. I verified the beef. Turned out pretty good. Redid the pork chops. Fantastic. I did pineapples. Could have used thicker, more well-constructed pineapple rings, but middling success. The one thing that didn't really succeed, though, was eggplant. Either due to my own lack of knowing how to fucking cook an eggplant, or just eggplant's inability to be toastered. But the one thing that surprised me, the one thing that super fucking surprised me was Brussels sprouts. I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna do Brussels sprouts on a toaster. They turned out fantastic. I stuck them on a skewer, salt and pepper, or oil, salt and pepper, garlic and onion, flip flop, stuck them in the toaster, down it went, up it came, flipped around, down it went, up it came, a couple more times. Perfectly crispy roasted. Perfectly crispy roasted. And I'm so upset that the best Brussels sprouts I ever had came out of a fucking toaster. Mr. Dux, would you like to tell the class about your hubris in cooking Spam and Worcestershire sauce in a toaster? Look, I can't judge. I turned a 6-burner range into a flat-top grill by covering it in sheet pans and ran a kitchen like that for 3 days. Nice! Gotta do what you gotta do. Did I start like 20 grease fighters? No fires? Sure did. Did you cook really good burgers? Alright. Let's see. To quote Mr. Dux, I don't know how to brain this. The taste, the texture is somewhere in between pork steak and breakfast sausage, but lighter. Hold on. But lighter and more pleasant in texture. This is the best Spam I've ever had in my entire life, and I'm kind of mad about it. Look at that Spam. That's cooked in a toaster with Worcestershire sauce. Here it is cooking in the toaster. There he is preparing it. And now I've given Dux PTSD. Spam in a toaster. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Cinder. Mad Ducks is having a fit right now, but our philosophy, now that it's a joint venture between Ducks and I, now that this is a joint venture between Ducks and I, we operate on the philosophy of we can't keep getting away with this. We need to figure out what isn't toasterable. I maintain that eggplant might be toasterable, just not by me. But every time we try and figure out what we can get away with, we keep getting away with it. I made bacon-wrapped asparagus in a toaster, and it turned out fantastic. We can't keep getting away with this. Anyway, Brussels sprouts. That's a long story about how I came to discover that I think Brussels sprouts are pretty good. Thank you, medics. Toaster spider dogs. You know when people cut hot dogs into 4 strings? Try putting 2 strings into each toaster slot. I did make hot dogs in a toaster. I made full-on hot dogs in a toaster. And they turned out pretty okay. Medics, thank you for that. Yeah, most things should work in theory. What was it? I once made, I really wanted ramen in my hotel room while I was doing a work trip. I didn't have an oven, but I did have a coffee maker. So I made ramen in a coffee pot. It was pretty good. Alright. Rice. Rice is rice. Rice and sprouts. Pretty good. So I've got things I need to do today, such as go to the gym. So I'm going to go to the gym after I finish my lunch. So with all of that being said, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me here on my lazy chicken day. Appreciate y'all coming. Appreciate y'all continuing to your support and shenanigans in the realm of cooking and WBPLing. And remember, like, cooking's easy. Just gotta not be scared to fail. And willing to eat what you failed to cook. It's like sometimes I make things that I'm just like, I'd really rather not eat this, but I paid money for it, and it's all I have to eat. You know, ducks, I was thinking about making the cheeseburger mac and cheese again. That's probably going to be next week. Anyway, stay happy, stay healthy, everybody. I love you all. Keep cooking. Yes, Suit Medics. Cooking is easy. Cooking well is hard. I don't call that pale cooking. Anyway, hail Cargonia.
Hold on.
Land of stolen things, obey the quartermaster, unless he's a ling. Miners don't die today. Cargo techs push freight. Our enemies in disarray. All hail Cargonia.
Get back to work.